8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello. Welcome to EM Publishing's monthly live stream. The month is August, and you're pleased to see it's not just me here this month. So I am Jessica, the business manager of EM Publishing, but also here we have the person in charge of EM Publishing, Russ. Thanks for joining us this month.
Hello.
And also joining us, we have the designer of Split the Hoard, Mark Kenobi, our first ever card game here, joining us to teach us how to play the game later.
Hello.
So, before we get into playing Split the Hoard, which we will absolutely be talking about, and if you have any questions, please pop them in the comments. Thanks for joining us, Tim. We're excited to have you here with us live as well, and thank you for listening to the podcast. I'm assuming that's Morris's podcast, because we do many podcasts. But yeah, as I mentioned, we'll be talking about Split the Hoard and playing through the game, and put a link with more details to the game in the comments and also up on the screen right now. So if anyone is interested, you can check that out whilst we're talking. Before we get into that, I'm going to dive into all the stuff we're doing at EM Publishing, if that's all right, guys. You all right if I just plow through you?
Let's do it. Let's do that.
All right, cool. Then we'll get to doing the fun stuff of playing games. Because getting pay to play games is where we got into making games. Anyway, so I'm going to start by doing shipping and fulfillment updates. So if you're a backer of one of our Kickstarters at EM Publishing, first of all, thank you very much, because we can't do it without you. So the first update will be for Planestrider's Journal. So we are in the manufacturing stage and shipping stage for that, which is basically getting the books from the warehouse. They're finalising the print and then getting it from the manufacturer to the warehouse. And then once it's there, we send it out to you folks. So our plan is to start sending them out from the warehouses next month in September, which we originally had on the Kickstarter. So that's just ticking along. I've done an update on the Kickstarter page if you want more details on that. So you can check that for August. And I'll probably do another one next week as well, because then we'll almost be in September. So if you want more details on Planestrider's Journal, you can check that out there. And then we have, of course, the Void Runners Codex. Which was our latest one we did just last month, which is very excited about still. So the PDFs are being finalized as we speak, right, Russ?
We're basically just finalizing the index. That's it. We're done. We're pretty much done. So the final PDFs will be going out to people next day or two, basically. Exciting
stuff. So what that means for you as backers is you'll get links on DriveThruRPG with the errated versions, because when the day the Kickstarter ended, we sent you the current versions, but we were still proofreading and going through them. And some of you lovely backers also sent us in some comments of things you saw to help us with the errata. So thank you very much for your help with that. We are also starting with the manufacturing. So for the manufacturing process for Void Runners Codex, because it's a more complex thing, because it's a box set, it's got a magnetic GM screen, it's got tokens, it's got maps, it's got all this stuff. So with the manufacturer, we're doing a phase before we get everything digitally sorted of doing a white sample, which is literally they send us the stuff as it's going to look with no artwork and nothing on it to check it's all the right sizing and that everything's good. And we've got that cracked and finally approved that literally this week. And so that next step will be we'll do a digital sample where we send them the artwork. They print out a test copy and send it to us, and we look through it and say yes or make changes and say no. But I do have a video to share with you all of the Void Runners Codex white sample, just 30 seconds. It might not look that exciting because it's all just white components. It gives you, there's no print on it, but it gives you an idea of what's kind of what's going on with the box set. So I'll show you now. Did that go?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. So hopefully you can hear me while I'm talking. But yeah, so that's the kind of GM screen.
That's the GM screen, yeah.
Yeah, folding out there. That book, I think that's the thinner one. So that'll be the,
adventure.
Then we've got Star Captain's Manual. So they're quite weighty books. And then we have the big... And then this is it looks like a book, but it's actually, this is the box where all the tokens and the maps and everything will go in. So it looks like a book. So that's what it currently looks like. So we're very kind of pleased with that. So next step, we're going to send the artwork and get that done. So next month we'll have a version to show you, which will actually have more than just blank comments and spaces on it. But yeah, so that's where we are with the Void Runners Codex. I'm going to move us on to talking about other things. So we are also we did it because we're, as I talk, I realize how prolific we are at doing Kickstarters. So we recently did high level.
We're like 49 now, I think.
Yeah, it's getting close to 50. So not this year. That would be too much.
Not this week. No.
Not this week.
No.
But no, we did high level adventures, which is a 5e quick starter for adventures level 10 to 16. Actually, Mark, you wrote one of these as well, didn't you?
I did. I'm in a few of your updates today.
Yeah, there we go. Congratulations. So good to know. So high level adventures, as I mentioned, we're fulfilling that at the moment. So we've sent out the PDFs to everyone. The campaign has ended. So thank you for your support. And we asked for your address so we can know where you live to send you your book. The survey deadline closed on Monday. If you forgot to do that's not a problem. Look on the update. I've got information there how you can send us your late details and we'll get that sent to you. But Zin and I are prepping all the data, getting ready to send that out to you next week as soon as Kickstarter gives us your payment. But yeah, so that's that one done. So that's going to be fulfilled in the next week. So, and usually depending on where you live, that's about 2 or 3 weeks. About 2 or 3 weeks from Drive Through RPG. Sorry for the delay there. I just noticed the music was being a bit weird, so I'm just fiddling with that while I'm talking to you. But so that's high level adventures. So that is kind of our fulfillment and what we're doing. So thank you very much for supporting us backers of that. But what's coming next is what we're here to talk about as well, because that's a little bit more interesting than me talking about logistics, printing, and fulfillment. So Level Up Gateway is something we're so excited for. Russ, you did a little update on levelup5e.com recently talking about Gateway. Do you want to give us the top notes of what that update was?
Yeah, well, that was by Alexander. I posted it, but he wrote it. Alexander is the main designer working on this because we are not computer programmers. We can't.
I am not. No. I cannot.
No, I cannot either. So basically, what we're aiming to do is get this to a stage in the next sort of month or two where each character you can build a character from each class up to level 5. So get each class working up to level 5. We've got, I think, 3 or 4 of them in now. I think we've got Wizard, we've got Fighter, we've got Bard and Adept. You can do up to level 5. So when we've got all those, that's when we're going to be thinking about sort of the beta testing phase. So right now, it's just really slick and it's really good. I mean, you can click on anything and it will like roll some 3D animated dice for you, and it will pop up in the corner what your roll was and how that was made up. It pre-calculates everything for you, so you can sort of equip and unequip armor or something. You can watch your armor class just like appearing and going up and down, and it's just really slick. It really is slick.
Yeah. I don't want to compare, but if you're used to using D&D Beyond, it has like kind of all that functionality you expect from that side.
It has that level of slickness, yeah.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, and this week there's more info on the update on levelup5e.com in the news section. So if you want to go into detail, and there's videos of stuff on there as well. But working on combat maneuvers was a big thing at the moment as well, and they work really well because I had a little play on the test site the other day, and it calculates it for you, and it calculates all your exertion when you use it, and then when you have a short or a long rest, it summarizes for you what's going to change and what that means, and does it for you. So it is super nice. So I'm looking forward to running with this, to be honest.
This is going to be amazing. It really is.
So Level Up Gateway is continuing. Things are happening. That's our little update, and there's more information on development update written. And what else we're doing this year as well as Level Up Gateway?
Too.
Yes, and it's what it says in the tin. Really, it's more
it's
monsters.
It is written. The artwork is flooding in.
Yeah.
It's going into layout imminently.
Yeah.
And it will hit Kickstarter later this year, and it's going to be amazing, as they say, as the kids say these days.
As the kids say, yeah. So it's been written, it's been edited. So I've been sneaking through, and like the artwork's coming in and looking really good. So next month I'll probably get some artwork previews going out as well. But before Monstrous Menagerie happens, we are going to first split the Hoard. So this is why we asked Mark here, because Mark as the designer. So If people haven't heard of Split the Hoard, this is our first card game, board game that we've ever done at EM Publishing. But Mark, could you give a summary as to what Split the Hoard is to introduce it to everybody if they're not familiar?
So, like all great adventures, you're topping off your career with the slaying of an ancient dragon. And you're all going to be fantastically wealthy, and you're all going to be famous beyond belief. But who's going to have the best titles? Who's going to be known most and sung about most by the bards? That will be based on the treasure that you split between you, and that's you split the hoard.
Fantastic. So we've been working on this. When did we first start working on this?
Now, at
It
least.
was before that. It was well, no, just over. It was UK Games Expo 2022 that I think Jess asked me to pitch or offered me a chance to pitch. So yeah, it's been 2 years and a little.
Mm-hmm.
My journey goes back a little bit before that.
Yes, because you were working on creating the game beforehand, before you pitch and things like that. But yeah, no, I took pictures at the 2022 UK Games Expo, and I was quite open, speaking to a lot of designers. We wanted something that would be RPG themed, that would make sense as a game to play in between your RPG sessions, so it would work for you lovely folks that are used to us doing role-playing things. And we wanted it to be less than about half an hour, so it wasn't like a big ask. So this is really, we're sitting down to do games night, someone's going to be late, let's break this out and play this. And we wanted it to be on something on theme that we could use that matched what we did. And this is exactly what Split the Hoard does. And we've been working on the design and playtesting and sorting out the graphics for it, and we're really happy with how it's come together. It's going to be coming to Kickstarter next month. The Kickstarter page is currently live, so it'd be so helpful if you could give it a follow on Kickstarter, because that helps other people see it. So I'm putting that in the comments. So if you click through there and click follow on Kickstarter, that'll be a huge help, and also it'll notify you when we go live in September. I'm sending out some review copies to reviewers like literally this week. So if you are a reviewer and you do not have a review copy, please go to our website and you can request a review copy there if you were interested. The version you'll get will be closer to our we're going to have two kind of tier levels. We're going to have a print and play version, which will be a deck of cards that you can play with. And then we'll have the main version of the game, which will have, of course, all the cards. But instead of just the cards, you'll have a player board, and also a little privacy screen, so a few extra bits. But with the print and play version, you'll still be able to play everything on there. And I think if we're ready, I might get us to
play a game.
All right. Should we do that?
Let's do that.
All right, let's do that. Right, now let me figure out how I'm going to do that, because I have to do a cool, funky transitional thing to make that happen. Let's give it a try. I'm aware it's not on the screen yet. That's okay. We're going to...
Just looking at darkness.
There's just darkness currently. But I'm going to zip this up. And there we go. That wasn't as smooth as our plan. That's okay. These things happen. So what we're playing here is like more closer to the print and play version of the board. So what we've got here is, you can see, if I go to show you Mark's play space. That wonderful. So we've got kind of 3 cards and the wizard card there, which you'll get in the print and play. For the full version, this will be slightly fancier in a player board material. But yeah, just to let you know how it will look. But let's play a few rounds to see what's going on.
Okay.
So I'm going to hand over to Mark to let Mark talk us through. One thing did say, Mark, your mic was a little bit quiet, so I don't know if you can move it a bit closer to you or something.
That involves moving my microphone, so maybe I'll just pitch up a little.
Yeah, try that, and in the comments, let us know if that's better.
Okay, so this is the setup. Each of you takes on the role of an individual character. So I'm playing in blue here as the wizard. Jess is playing as our cleric, and our rogue is Morris.
That's me.
each of your classes give you some very similar abilities that allow you to win certain titles if there's a tie. We have a collection of shared titles, so these are all set up for any one of us to win. These are competitive. And then you have private titles. I'm just going to flip mine over. You have a private title which you're also trying to score. The way the game works is in 3 phases. So to begin the game, we're going to take 3 cards each from the deck. And we're going to put these on our negotiate cards, which are these 1, 2, and 3 coin cards that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do that based on what we think will be most valuable for us, what abilities will be most helpful, or what we're trying to match for our hidden title.
Okay.
Which of the main titles we're trying to score.
Are we doing that now, or are we starting?
We can do that now. So you can hit 3 on top of the deck.
Yep.
Not that deck.
Oh, not that deck. That deck.
That one.
This is mine and Morris's early first times using Tabletop Simulator. So Mark is very kindly guiding
This
us
is
through.
literally my first time using Tabletop Simulator.
That's a lie. I showed you it on Monday.
Yeah, but I was barely using it, was I?
Oh. So if you hit the number 3, it should put 3 cards into your hand.
Yes,
You
I have 3 cards.
divide amongst your negotiate coins.
Okay.
So folks can see mine at the moment. So I'm looking at mine. So I've got as you can see, some armor, mace, and nature's bounty. And I'm just going to flip over what I'm trying to score so people can see. So my secret goal, my hidden title, is I'm trying to run a rank of 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. So that's the rank I'm looking for.
So Jess, if you just bring up, let's say your armor card.
Mm-hmm.
So that people could see that a little clearer.
Yeah.
These cards all have, or a lot of these cards have rank symbols on them. So these are the numbers that you'll see just on the top left of the card. So there's a lot of cards that have these, or a lot of cards that have adjustments to these, which allows you to sort of build the rank runs that you're looking for, even if you don't have quite the right numbers to begin with. So once we've decided how we want to arrange these are going to set up the costs that other people have to pay in order to take these items. So the concept is that we've gone out into the Hoard, we've come back and we're showing, hey, look, guys, I found these things. And then we're trying to indicate that, you know what, I really want this scorpion tail. I'm not worried about this scorpion tail. That one's rubbish. And Jess is obviously very concerned about the armor.
Mm-hmm.
And what you'll see with every card, there are no cards that do nothing in the game. So every card has its own ability on the bottom half of the card. And we'll get into some of those as we continue.
So we're all now in the reveal stage where we're all getting our 3 cards and we're laying them out on our store.
Placed my cards.
Yeah, I'm ready. Are you ready, Mark?
I am ready. As I've been determined as the first player, I then decide that I have a look at the cards that are around here. So Jess has a Nature's Bounty card, Remind of Nature Bounty. This allows you to take another treasure from someone else, but only the nature treasures, which are this lovely green color. She's got a mace that allows you to discard it for 3 coins, which can help you with buying other cards. The armor, which is an excellent card and lets you claim one of your revealed treasures before anybody else gets to buy it. So if something you've pulled turns out to be really good. Russ has the Morphling, who's really fun. He gets you some victory points. That's his symbol in the top left-hand corner there. Top right-hand corner, I should say. But he can be stolen. And then he's got 2 copies of the tome, which is really good for a high-value rank, because it's ranked 11. And cards run from 1 to 12. But it can also be discarded for 2 coins. So my treasure is to have more than 1 copy of a treasure card. So I would very much like to get hold of one of those tomes. So my goal is to have more than 1 copy of an arcane treasure. So the arcane is the blue. Mm-hmm. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the slightly cheaper version of Russ's. Oh, I put that in someone's hand. The slightly cheaper version of Russ's tome. Now that now becomes part of my haul. And then it's Russ's turn to purchase something.
Okay, so I am a rogue, so I am looking for coins and wealth, and also I have this hermit role which means, let's have a look. I want to try and score a run of 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now, none of my current cards have any of those scores, but I'm just going to look at these and see if any of these are. I'm just glancing through everybody's cards. 7.
No, none of
So
us
none
have
of
those.
those.
Frank.
None of those are.
So another thing you can do to point out this point, on your turn, you have one of two actions you can do. You can negotiate for a treasure like Mark just did, or if you don't fancy anything, you can just take 2 coins off the hoard and add them to your collection.
Well, the other thing is that there might be something I just want to prevent you having. But,
Or you could, or you can do a hate play as well.
Yeah,
That's also
yeah.
an
Yep.
option.
That works.
But basically, I'm looking at a lot of things, none of which are desperately useful to me right now. I think I'm going to just buy a high value card then, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
A 7 from over there for 1 point.
Like,
Scorpion's tail from
Scorpion
Mark.
tail.
Okay, so you
From
click
Mark.
and drag that over to your
grab that.
hoard.
So I now have that, and I give Mark 1 of my... I can't scroll up quite
go
that
that
far.
way. It's fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got
that goes down
Okay.
into the hoard there.
okay.
Did I have a go there? We go around
No,
clockwise.
you
so
have
it's
not
me.
had a go. No.
Okay,
running
cool.
clockwise.
Yeah, that makes sense because that's what the rules say. Okay, so in what I'm looking for runs of 5, 6, and 7. So actually, Mark's Scorpion Tail also looked very good to me. And I'm going to buy it for 3 because then that just leaves Mark with 1. So, and I like playing that way. So I'm going to take Scorpion Tail into my haul and then give Mark 3 of my coins. I'm dragging them one at a time. There's a better way to do it on Tabletop Simulator. That's what I'm doing. And that's it. And then we're done. So that is the
We now
negotiate
move
phase.
to the claim phase. So negotiate's done, and in claim you take whatever treasures were left. So in my case, I get 1. In Russ's case, he gets 2, and Jess gets all 3 of her treasures.
And
Ooh.
just put
But I
those
do-
down in front of us.
I do only have 1 coin left, so I don't have much power on the next round for getting things.
So
And
what
we
I'm
are-
gonna mention, there's a lovely mechanic that stops people just buying all of your treasures, because if you ever have no treasures in front of you at this stage, you get 3 treasures from the deck for free.
Ah.
So with a 5-player table, someone can feel very picked on if everyone's buying all of their treasures. So to eliminate that, we have a nice rule that says, hey, you get to just grab the next 3 things off the top of the hall.
Okay.
And
Right then. So
move on.
next round. So we take 3 cards each again.
3 cards each again.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay. So I'm going to have a look at what I want to do. So what I'm thinking, I'm just going to talk out loud when I'm playing. So I've got something that's at rank 3, and I'm going to put that on 3 coins because I know that Russ wants things of that value. And also, he's a rogue that likes shiny things. So I'm going to put... Actually, I'm going to swap them around. Not yet. Calm down. I'm still in a different phase. But yeah, so this is what I'm going to do with my player board.
Okay.
So I'm putting all these things out here. One thing I can do as well, which I'm not going to because I've only got 1 card left, is I could make this more expensive and do a hate play. So I could pop this coin underneath the emeralds, and then it would be worth 4 coins for someone to buy. Now, that would leave me with 0 coins, so that would be a poor choice. So I'm not going to do it this time, but I could do that on subsequent turns if I chose. So
You'll notice
So
that
that's-
I've done exactly that thing for this steel card.
that's come.
So this steel card allows you to take, in this case, a wealth treasure from any player from their haul. However,
Bit rude, really, I think.
the rogue gets a bonus treasure as a recompense. So it's a little bit aimed at Jess.
It is, yes.
Okay.
Sorry, my camera's going a bit funny there. Let me just...
So who's negotiating first?
It would be you, Russ.
Is it me?
It will
Okay.
be you.
Me.
First
It's
round.
me. Marvellous. Right, let's have a look at what you guys have got. Jess, you have got an emerald, which you've put up there, nice and expensive, a holy text, and an axe.
Axe.
An axe. And then Mark also has a 3 coin wealth thing.
4 coin.
Okay, a 2 coin wealth thing, and a scorpion tail. I might take the 2 coin wealth thing. Have you added treasure to your haul? You must put it. Wow, that's complicated. I'm going to have.
A complicated card in the game.
I am going to go and have instead. Right, you explain this one. If I had this emerald card,
Yes.
it says discard 4 coins in the claim phase.
Discard 4 coins.
Why would I want to discard my coins?
No, you discard the emerald card and then you get 4 coins.
Discard 4 coins. Gotcha. Right.
Yes.
Right. In that case, but it's going to cost me 3.
It will. You have
then
to
I
give me
gain
3.
1.
But you don't have to discard it to get the coins. You could just keep it because it's worth 3 victory points by itself. And maybe you want to be collecting shiny things. Because road life.
Alternatively, that other wealth one is worth 10 victory points. When you add this treasure to your haul, you must propose a trade with another.
I explain how this one works for us because it's
yes.
It's a complicated card in the game, so of course it showed up today.
Yeah,
of course.
When you add this to your haul, you have to offer someone at the table a deal. Now, if you want the victory points, you need to offer them a deal they're going to accept.
Okay.
Because if they say yes, you get to keep the card, and the deal goes through.
Mm-hmm.
If they say no, you lose the card, it gets discarded, and you get a random treasure off the top of the deck.
Oh, okay.
So you will get something if you take it.
Well, let's do that because it's fun. Let's do that, shall we?
Right.
So,
Right, 2 coins then.
It costs me 4 coins.
2. Sorry, if you just want to steal something, that will cost you 4 coins.
Oh no!
So the deal card is worth
that one.
2.
Yes, sorry, that one. 2 coins for that. Okay, so I'm going to take that.
Yep.
And then I give you 2 coins.
Mm-hmm.
And then we resolve the deal mechanic.
2. So the deal, I now have to propose a trade, and
it can be anything.
It can be anything. If you want to play really, really strangely with your friends, you can suggest things outside the game. But for today, let's keep it inside the game.
We had it was like, can I just offer them a $5 from my wallet for it? And I was like, well, there's nothing in the rules that says you can't do that. So sure.
Okay. So the trade that I propose is, Jess.
Yeah.
You can have an emerald for free.
You don't have the emerald yet. It's not in your haul.
Being negotiated for.
Oh, there's got to be something down here, is it? Okay.
Yeah, something. It's got you're going to trade something you own.
Okay. In that case, you can have a scorpion tail for free.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say no. I decline your trade. So that goes to the discard pile.
Never liked you anyway.
This gets discarded, and Russ gets a dragon's blood for free. Ooh,
okay.
Sorry, my bad. There you go.
Okay.
And now it is going clockwise. My turn.
Player whose turn it is may not buy 1 treasure that you choose. Okay.
Okay. So what have we got here? You've got that steel card and the scorpion's tail. I'm trying to get a run of those numbers. The scorpion's tail could be good. Oh, the captive. Oh, that looks quite nice. I'm actually going to take a Russ's captive card because that's only 1 coin. So I like that. So I'm going to take this, please and thank you.
You only have
you could. I know, but I was trying to act like I had options. So I was either buying the scorpion tail or the captive, and I chose that one. So yeah, over to you, Mark.
I'm going to buy your axe.
Wow.
So this is for you. And
Thank you.
for those watching the game, I'll explain why I'm doing that. And let's quickly talk through these public, as you've got a sense of how the game runs, these public titles. So the Archmage and the Saint are fairly similar. The Archmage wants the highest total of ranks. So my tome is worth 11. Both of these axes are +2. So I would have currently 15, whereas Jess would have 7, +1 for the mace, -3 for the armor, which you should ignore, so 8, and then +2 for the captive for 10. So I think, and then Russ has 18 just for the scorpion tail and the tome. and then another 8, so 26. So he would currently be winning the Archmage. The Saint is the other direction, so it's to have the lowest total. So I think Jess would actually manage to win that because she would have a total of 3.
Yes, because I have 7, and then I use my minus modifiers. Oh, sorry. I wasn't actually trying to steal that. I thought I was tidying up my playboard. I apologize.
Playboard by stealing my things.
Okay, get back to explaining the titles.
Sorry. The Nature's Balance requires you to have one of each color card. So you want the most sets of each color. So none of us have that right now, but if one of us was able to put together a set of all 5 colors, that would count as one set.
And they are unique symbols as well if you're colorblind. Yeah. So that's arcane, holy, natural, arms, and wealth. But if you're not colorblind, the colors are quick reference.
Yeah, absolutely. The most coins is the wealthiest. So whoever of us, and I currently have 6 coins. I think I'm slightly ahead on the wealthiest, so I would win that right now. And then Warlord is for pairs of cards. So currently I have 2 axes, which would give me a pair, which would currently win that discussion. So that's how these central titles are calculated out.
But we all have our own secret hidden agendas as well.
So you're trying to balance these central titles because they're the most valuable ones, and also obviously observe what other people are playing for, trying to make yours work better for you. But then you're also trying to fulfill your own private titles as well. Sorry, I thought I'd just take the opportunity to
say how we win. Absolutely. So we finished the negotiate round. So now we move to claim. So we're going to move all our cards down.
So this extra coin goes over here. There are cards that interact with this particular discard. But we won't worry about that at the moment. And then we claim everything else. Now, because we're in the claim phase, we can actually start to use abilities.
Do you want to use one?
A hand symbol. I'm going to use my steel. It's an outrageous thing to do. I'm not going to take from Russ because he would get an extra bonus for it. So what I'm going to do instead is Jess looks like she's short of a few coins. So what's going to happen is I'm going to steal her emerald.
Wow.
And she gets 2 coins in recompense for that.
Yeah,
if that had been done to Russ, the rogue, it would have given him an extra treasure as well.
Can I do 2 things in the claim phase?
You can. So if it ever becomes a problem of who's doing what in which order, we always start from the first player. You complete an entire action, and then we go around the table.
Okay. Because I've got 2 claim phase discard for coin cards.
Sure.
I was planning on doing both of them if I can.
I don't think either of me or Jess particularly are concerned by that. So you can throw both of those away and take 6 coins.
How do I throw them away on Tabletop Simulator?
What do I do? Them on the I'll
you can do a box of drag.
All right, yeah. All right, you do it, Jess. Okay. And I grab 6 of those. No, 6 coins. Where's the coins?
That's this card here. So when they're face down, they're coins.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. So Russ is the richest currently.
Currently, yes. So that's it. Obviously, you can, if you feel like you're ahead or you're doing particularly well, you can burn through the deck to get to the end of the game quicker. By selling off all your things. I'm then going to sell this lovely ruby that I have as well.
Is that the one you just stole from me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just stole it and then threw it away. Marvelous. What am I doing? So I want a shield and an axe or a helm and a mace. So I have a mace. So I'm looking for a helm. So I'm going to keep hold of my things. I've got 3 coins. I'm rich. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move to the next round if other people are.
I'm fine for that.
All right. So we move to the first player. I am now the first player. So we all take 3 treasures off the deck. So with the Hoard deck, as you've noticed, we take them for coins and for treasures. So when their things are face down, they're a coin. When they're when they're face up, they are a treasure. And you cannot flip over a coin to see what it is unless you have a specific ability that allows you to. Okay, I'm just laying out my player board. And in the full version of the game, you'll have privacy screens, so we can secretly play this out and then reveal at the same time. But we're just playing this open for today. just so people can see what I'm doing. So there's this tome here, and I remember Mark wanted that, so I'm going to put another coin under here to make it a little bit more expensive for him. And the holy symbol is looking, I think, quite nice for Russ because he wanted lower numbers, but I'm just going to leave that on 2, so it's a little bit. So that's my strategy with that. What's everyone else doing? Mark, you're all laid out? Oh, Mark's making that ruby expensive.
So the ruby is really nice. It lets you look through your coins and choose one of them to turn into a treasure.
Oh, okay. So just like I was saying, the mechanic of when it's face down, it's a coin, flipped up, it's a treasure, and you can't normally look at them. This is the card that allows you to break that rule.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And Russ, you all ready to go?
Yep.
Cool. So looking at everyone's player boards, what will I take? So I have 2 coins left in my haul because one of them is tucked underneath one of my cards. And I want that Eye of Newt's looking quite nice because that's a 6 because I'm looking for a run of like 5, 6, 7, 8. There's also Dragon's Blood 8 for 1 over there. Do you know what? I'm going to take Russ's Dragon Blood over here because that helps me with my run of what I'm trying to do. And there is a coin for you.
Russ, as this is happening, just to mention that at this point you would be able to discard your Dragon's Blood to prevent Jess from doing that.
If you wanted to.
She could not buy your Dragon's Blood. It would mean discarding the Dragon's Blood, but just so you're aware, that option does exist.
Wait a minute. So the Dragon's Blood that she just took,
Yes.
Yes.
I could discard it and then she couldn't have it.
No, you could discard the one that you already have.
Oh, I see. I've got a different one. Oh,
Action.
okay, right.
To prevent her purchasing that. She would then have to buy something else. I don't think it's worth it, but I just wanted to display that this is an option you have. If there's something you really need,
Yeah, but maybe I do it just to
hate.
just out of spite.
Okay.
So yes, I am going to do that.
So I'll put that down there. So you discard your Dragon's Blood up to the top. They're out the way. I'll take my coin back because you just told me I couldn't do that. Okay,
Just
so I'm.
purchase.
So I get to purchase something else.
Just gonna do this just because you actually took the one that was here.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you know, I was also looking at Russ's Eye of Newt, so I'll take that from you. So here's 2 coins, and I will take this, unless you're going to do something mean to me with that.
I have nothing to do, and I was really hoping to steal Russ's Morphling with the Eye of Newt and the Scorpion Tail, but I guess you will get to do that instead.
Oh yeah, and I can do that in the claim phase in the next phase. Ha!
1, 2, 3. Russ, I'm going to purchase your ruby.
Okay.
There is 3 coins for you. I will take your ruby.
I now have many coins.
You do.
Okay.
You can have a ruby back for 5 if you want.
And I just sold it for 3, did I? Yeah.
That's exactly.
Yeah, that sounds like a really good deal. Yeah, let's do that. Is it my turn now? Or
It is your turn, yeah. So you can either take something from myself
you got
or
a dragon's
negotiate
blade,
something.
you got a holy symbol, you got a tome, and Mark has got a ruby, which I don't want, and a spellbook. I think I would like your holy symbol.
I thought you might like that. 2 coins, please.
Take that. I give you 2 of my finest coins.
Oh, I thank you.
There's 1,
Yeah,
That card should not have been that way up.
and there's another.
thank you. Yeah, fun mechanics there.
All right. And we've all just purchased the card. So now
Is that
that
end of the
ends
negotiate phase?
the negotiate phase. We're going to take any coins that we've spent and drop them over here.
Just to show how this mechanic works, because I tucked a coin underneath my tome, so I don't get this coin back, so it is discarded to the coin discard pile, but I do get the tome. What I'm going to do is we're now in the claim phase, so I'm going to discard. So if we have a look at one of Russ's cards, this Morphling card, it has an ability on it which says, during the claim phase, any player may discard Eye of Newt and Scorpion's Tail to add this treasure to their haul. So I have the ability to steal that from Russ, because wouldn't you know, I have the Eye of Newt and the Scorpion's Tail.
Wow.
So I'm going to do that.
Wow. I think
Is
that says more about you than about me.
Yeah, I'm creating a hostile work environment. What can I say? So, zoink. Because it's worth 10 victory points, and that's nice. Of course, someone else could get that combo and take it from me, but this is a card that moves around during the game, which is quite fun. And I just
It's worth
want
10
everyone
points.
to know that is on my side currently. So thank you, Steph. I will show no mercy.
Okay.
Okay. Any other abilities in the claim phase people are using?
Nope.
I think I'm going to use my ruby. I'm going to look at the treasures I have in coins here.
Okay.
I'm going to choose one of those. Ha!
And I have Newt, so you can steal my
So
steal my morphling as an option.
we have a whole bunch of things. I'm very aware that you also have the Remind of Nature's Bounty, which would allow you to steal it right back. So I'm tempted
Yes.
to do that.
Yes, I do. So this allows me to take a natural treasure from another player's haul. So
Yeah. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this here scroll,
okay.
and then these go back to being coins.
And then go back into your haul.
Yeah.
Okay. Russ, what about you? You doing anything in the claim phase?
No.
No. You know what, me neither, because I'm just having struggling operating the camera. So let's pass on the first player token, and we've got a new round. I think, in interest of time, we might make this the last round. Normally, we'd play through till the end of the deck, and then score. But for this, we'll just make this the last round, and then show you how scoring would work in theory.
I mean, it is normally quicker than this. It's just that we're busy sort of explaining and stopping and things like that.
Oh yeah, as you can see.
Also, this is probably quicker to play in person.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, then
when I
on
mess around with the controls on this thing, yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So usually I'd say between 20 and 30 minutes to play, and that is it says 2 to 5 players, and that's kind of regardless of the number of players, because obviously there's one deck with 103 cards and you're all playing from. So if there's 5 players, you have less rounds, but people take more time having their individual turns. So this is what I'm doing with my playboard, just to show everybody what I'm doing here. I've got this Eye of Newt here. I don't mind people having the Eye of Newt because actually I'm going to make the spell book a bit more expensive. Sorry, because I just forgot that Mark wants that. Eye of Newt I don't mind people having, because even if someone uses it, steal my morphling, I do have a Nature's Bounty. And the demand equipment lets somebody take an arms treasure. So that could come and bite me with my captive, because I want specific things to get these points. But I don't have it yet. So I'm kind of like, that's how I feel about it. Let's go over and see what Mark's done. Mark's all laid out there. Oh, an enchantment. Fancy.
I have an enchantment which, if I have a spell book and a tome.
Which you do.
But I don't have a spell book. Oh, no, I do have a spell book.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I thought you did.
So I actually have the points that would allow me to score this enchantment.
If you can keep it to the end of the game.
If I keep it till the end of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have a scorpion tail and healing herbs. So this, when someone steals something from you, you get to take 2 new treasures by discarding. So it's really nice for making yourself feel better when people keep taking your things.
Okay, and let's go see what Russ has done over here. Russ, you're all laid out?
Mm-hmm.
Your spellbook, your mace, and your sapphire. And these are all, their abilities are all to discard 4 coins. Okay, who's going first? I believe it's Mark. What would you like to do? We're going to move to the negotiate phase away from the reveal phase now.
I'm going to buy the sapphire, I think.
Damn it. I don't want you to.
Well, do you have a dragon's blood that you can discard and just say no to him to do that?
No. Oh, I do.
So you may choose to do that and that is, you can mechanically say I don't want you to.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay, so denied, Mark.
All right. In which case, I will. Can't do anything for that. I might as well buy a spellbook then, because it's cheaper than Jess's.
That's free market capital. And that dog barking could be
She's got
any
the
of our
special
dogs.
edition, that's why.
So so people can understand why I did that. That gives me another pair of items, which is good for the Warlord title, but also I have to have more than one copy of a single arcane treasure for my hidden objective. So this fulfills both of those really nicely.
Okay.
It's me done.
Is it me now?
It is you, Russ. It be you.
Okay, Jess, you have got a spellbook discard. You've got... Right. So, because we're only playing one more round, there is no way I can build my run of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm just going to forget about that for now. So basically, the only thing I'm going to win on is coins. So I'm just trying to do whatever I can do to get as many coins as I can in this round.
Well, instead of negotiating something, you could just take 2 from the top of the deck.
I mean, that does look like... Or... Yeah. Yeah, so I was just looking there. You've got your eye of Newt there, which is discard 2 coins, but it would cost me 1, so I gain 1. But if I just take 2 from the top of the deck, I gain 2 instead.
Yeah.
I can't see that Mark's got a discard for 2 coins for the cost of 2 coins. That's no. Yeah, I'll just do that then. I'll just take 2 coins.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go 1.
That's always an option on your turn in any case.
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something out there that you like, you can always do that.
Or if you've bought everything and run out of coins, you're not stuffed for the whole game. Is the idea. Okay, and then it's my turn to buy a thing. And I think I'm not going to win on coins because Russ is rich. So I'm going to buy Russ's mace. No, I'm not. Wait. No, I am. I lied. I'm going to for 2.
I don't want you to. It's worth 3 coins. No, you're giving me 2 for it. Okay.
It's 2. It's worth 2.
I've lost 1 coin. Okay.
No, he was going to sell it for 3 coins.
Oh, well, I'm going to use it. In glorious battle. Okay.
All right, so we're now at claim.
Okay,
And what I'm going to do...
I'm going to get rid of this sapphire for 4 coins.
I'm going to use my scroll to look at 2 additional titles.
Oh, so this is you looking for victory point things.
Well, I've already successfully done this one, so I don't think it'll help me, but just to show people how this works.
Yeah, let me move over to your player board so people can see what you're doing there.
So the way the scroll works is you get to take 2 additional ones, and then from among the ones that you have, you can put 2 back. So you don't gain any, but you get to filter. So I would need to have an emerald and a healing herb to score the healer for only 15 points, or have the most holy treasures, which I have no holy treasures, so that's not likely, for 15 points. Or I can keep my transcriber, who requires me to have 2 copies for 20 points. So I'm going to do that.
Okay.
And then these 2 will go back. But it was more just to play the card.
One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to demand equipment. So I'm going to demand Russ's shield. You do get 2 coins though, Russ, from the Hoard deck, so fully for you.
And that was just a discard for 2 coins, so yeah. Okay.
So, you don't lose anything, and, teamwork. And then if anyone has any other claim phase abilities.
Yeah. So
Russ, I'm just tidying up your coins, but this is public information, so I would be able to know your coin values.
Okay.
So,
I don't actually know what my coin value is. 22, is it?
2. I have 5. It says none.
Yeah. I've decided to not bother with that. I'm not winning that way.
Ruby.
That's mine. Is it not?
I had one that I made very expensive and one that I bought from Russ.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay. So
I'll go back and watch the stream and check that you didn't cheat there, but I'll believe you. I'll take your word.
Oh, I got a holy text that I can discard for 2 coins in the negotiate phase as well. Or have I missed my chance to do that?
You missed that. That has to be done in the negotiate phase.
That had to be done a minute ago, did it? Okay.
It's there so that you can gain money at different moments. So people who are planning around your money.
And the reveal phase, when's that? Is that?
That was right at the beginning.
Oh, okay. I missed both of those phases. Okay. No, I was going to discard both of those cards, but no worries.
On the plus side, I'm pretty certain you're winning the holy, the saint.
Yeah, the lowest.
So your value total is going to be 1, 4, 15. I'm pretty sure me and Jess, no matter what we do, are beating that number.
Okay.
We can try.
I have 31 in just blue treasures.
Well, I tell you what, are we at that point where we want to start go-to scoring?
I think we are. So we're going to split up the central treasures first. The easiest one possible is the wealthiest. That's definitely Russ.
That's definitely Russ.
Anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is the warlord. I have 2 axes and 2 spell books.
I've got no weapons at all.
This is just pairs of identical treasures, isn't it?
It is.
No,
So it doesn't have to be the orange ones. I've only got 1 pair because I have 1 pair of mace, so that will go to Mark. Mark is the warlord.
Then we've got the saint. I'm going to just declare that Russ has won that because
completely by accident, but yeah.
We can't maths around that. Jess, we're going to need to count out our numbers and then add any bonuses to figure out which wins the Archmage.
That is absolutely fine. So I'm on 37.
I have 58.
That's definitely you. Even if I miscounted by a couple. I think. I might have had 3 more actually, but it's not enough for me to win.
Okay, and then I don't think any of us has a set.
No
wealth coins, so unfortunately nobody wins Nature's Balance.
Okay.
So then we're going to check our personal titles and see if we won those. I did manage to get mine.
I did not get mine.
Congratulations. You did not get yours. I did not get mine. I wanted a rank of 5, 6, 7, 8, and I don't think.
Well, we didn't really have enough rounds to build those, though.
Yeah. So. I'm just wondering if it's possible to add it with my modifiers.
So you need 5 as a minimum. So you have 2 maces and the holy text will get you to 5. You have an 8 and a 6. You need a 7.
I don't think I have.
So a shield.
Can I minus 3 on my shield to that?
Yeah, that would give you a 7. I think you've made it.
So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, perfect. I got it. So I do get that. Woohoo!
And then anything on your cards may have Russ, unfortunately, you don't have any of those. So I get 3 extra points for the ruby.
All right.
I did make
your board.
things for my enchantment.
Yeah, so if you have a spell book and a tome for the enchantment, which you do.
Yeah.
Cool.
And that's all of those.
For me, I have my Morphling, which has no conditions. It's just, can you keep it till the end of the game? And my Captain is if I have a shield and an axe, or a helm and a mace. And I don't, because I have a shield and a mace. I also have some armor, but that is irrelevant. So I don't get this one. So I'm just going to flip that over so it's out the thing. So, and then that's the points. So for me, I got a massive 30 points. How did you do, Russ? How many points do you have?
So I got 30 from each of those 2 titles. Is that right?
60 in total.
60.
So I got 30.
I don't get anything for anything else. Is that?
No. So it's just these cards you have up here. So you got 60, I got 30. And then Mark, the game designer. Here's Mark, the kind of guy that has to design a board game in order to win.
Just so that I can win.
Yeah.
I got 93.
Okay.
But obviously things would move around a lot more over the course of a whole game. We were about 2/3 of the way through.
Yeah.
Well, I think we won in spirit, though.
Well, you didn't lose, Russ, so that's the main thing. But that was this gameplay of us playing Split the Hoard. So let me just take us back to the other screen and we'll go back there. That was quite loud, I acknowledge. So sorry, I hope I didn't shock everybody. But yeah, thank you very much to everyone that come along to have a look. So that was our game, Split the Hoard, designed by Mark. So Mark, thank you for coming on and explaining to us how the game works. The pre-launch page is up on Kickstarter now. It'd be such a big help if you could follow that. If you would like to have a game online like we just did yourself, you're in luck because I'm making a version on Tabletopia that will be up shortly. So you'll be able to play that online for free. So if you want to try out and have a look at everything, feel free to do that. And that will be live throughout the Kickstarter so you can play. And the Kickstarter will have a print and play version that you can print and play on your own. And then, of course, get your own copy that will be live next month in September. This is our first ever board game that we've done at EM Publishing. I'm really, really excited for it. We hope you'll really like it and enjoy playing it in the same way that we do. But yeah, that's all I've got to say for this month. Russ, I don't know if you have any other things for the monthly update.
No, I think that's everything. Just mention some of the things we've got coming next year is our Big Pets book, which we're planning for like mid to late next year, which is going to be fun, but it's really, really early stages for that right now. But we're excited about that. Yes.
And we're looking at maybe, have we announced anything else?
Well, there's the card decks.
Yes.
Which I can't be too specific about yet, but basically we've got the maneuver cards already for level up. So think of a nice collection box where you can have a deck of maneuver cards and spell cards and magic item cards and all different types of things that you could have cards for in different sections in this sort of like display box. And it will look amazing.
Nice. Yeah, so that's our future plans. Mark, thank you so much for coming on and joining us this month.
Absolute pleasure. I loved it.
If people are interested in other games that you're designing and doing, where's the best place online to stalk you?
Is Storymaker Games. I'm on Facebook, or you can come to my website. I keep up to date on a blog.
Perfect. But the best thing to do is obviously to back Split the Hoard and Kickstarter first. That's the best way. Okay, fab. All right, well, that's all for this month. We will head off. Thank you very much for coming along and watching. And if all the links to everything we've talked about have been on screen or in the chat, or if you visit empublishingrpg.com, you'll find everything in the news section there. But for now, I think that's all for this week. I will let us head off. Thanks very much, folks.
Bye,
Good night and goodbye. Bye.